If you're hands-on with Google Ads, you know AI features seem to roll out every month. And the best part of it is they're actually designed to make our lives as advertisers easier. Now, most of these AI features have the ability to not only provide you the result you're looking for, but allow you to spend less time in the ad account. I don't know about you, but if I can spend less time in my ad account, crunching reports, finding insights, and making changes in exchange for less work, and let's be real, a better result, I'll take that all day long. So in today's video, I'll be covering the top 3 AI features Google Ads has launched and why you can't afford not to use them. Now, the first feature, and arguably the most beloved AI feature right now, is AI generated assets. Now imagine if you can have Google Ads write all your ad copy for you with a click of a button, but the ad copy would be more effective and more engaging than anything you can come up with. So let's talk about how Google Ads is doing this, the benefits, and why you as an advertiser should be adopting this as well. Now you may be thinking, okay, this sounds really cool, Carlos, but what the heck is AI generated assets? In a nutshell, this is you giving Google Ads the ability to write all your ad copy with the click of a button and even create image assets for you. So to dive in a little bit deeper on this, I'm sharing my screen right now, and this is Google Support's official documentation of what AI generated assets are. So it says these new assets are generated based on your ad's unique context, which includes your landing page, existing ads, and keywords in your ad group. In some cases, automatically created assets can use generative AI to help you generate assets that are more relevant to people's search queries. So essentially, Google is looking at the URL that you submit in your ad. And then they're also looking at the keywords that you as a whole have put into your ad group so they can come up with the most effective and relevant titles and descriptions in your ad copy. And then lastly, they even have the ability with you submitting a small description of your brand and your branding guidelines for them to create images on your behalf that you can use in your advertising campaigns. So there's really 3 primary benefits of using AI generated assets. So the first and most beneficial point is performance. So in allowing Google to actually come up with more headlines than you would even thought of, this is going to give the ability for your responsive search ad to have more effective combinations with each other. So overall, your ad can become more effective over time. The second thing is really the relevance to it. Again, I mentioned your landing page and your ad group keywords that are coupled together. So Google's able to determine your user intent based on your landing page and your keywords that you're targeting. And based on that, they're going to provide headlines and descriptions that are most relevant based on the intent of those keywords and your landing pages that users are going to hit, so that you're automatically providing a more relevant experience for the user from search to ad click to landing page experience. So last but not least, this is going to allow you to be more productive. Again, if I can spend less time in an ad account and it be just as effective or more effective than me doing it myself, I'll take that all day long so I can tackle larger projects that are going to move the needle even further. So now I'm actually going to walk you through a live example of this just so you can see how cool this feature is. So I'm in the back end of Google right now and I'm just creating a new campaign. It's going to be right here. Whenever you create the campaign, you go through your location targeting, you're gonna see it right here, automatically created assets. So you'll click this drop down, leave it on. In most cases, it's automatically turned on for users, but make sure it's on. And then when you go to the next page, all I did was submit my URL and then put a small description, and they actually pulled this automatically for me. I didn't even type this in, but you can customize this if you want. So they pulled this, and this is pretty accurate to what it is that we offer. And so all I'm going to do now is go to generate. So as you can see, it's already generating the headlines and descriptions. So let me see the ideas that they already came up with real fast. So they have any recent assets that we use. They have other ideas, which are new. They have 13 new phrases that we can choose from. They have other promotional phrases, trust phrases. So they bucket them and then you can just choose on your own. And they have tons, as you can see. So I'm just going to select a few, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the descriptions. And then all I'll do is save, and my ad is essentially built. You may be thinking, cool, AI generated assets, awesome, but I don't necessarily think the ad copy is moving my account forward as much as something like bid strategies or conversion actions. So what if I told you you never had to actually manually adjust your bids again? And in fact, if you are, and you're avoiding this AI feature, that you're actually limiting your performance. This is the solution of the second AI feature we're gonna unpack today, which is automated bidding strategies. Automated bidding strategies are a very technical and thorough process that most advertisers don't fully grasp the concept of, but in essence, what they do is they allow Google Ads to set your bid accordingly in real-time auctions based on several factors. But in most cases, is the way the bid is set by the algorithm depends on the confidence they have that the user is actually going to convert from your ad. So this is the Google support doc on smart bidding, automated bidding. And here's what they have to say about it. Google Ads sets bids for your ads based on the ad's likelihood to result in a click or conversion that helps you achieve a specific goal for your business. Guys, Google is smarter than you and they actually want to partner with you. Look at what they said in the last part of that. They're setting the bid based on the ad's likelihood to result in a click or conversion that helps you achieve a specific goal for your business. So if you're telling Google Ads that a purchase or a lead form submission is most beneficial to the business and that's the point of the campaign, and you're using smart bidding, essentially what the algorithm is going to do is they're going to optimize for people who are most likely to do one of those actions, which means smart bidding can be very effective. But if you're feeding them a very low quality signal, like a newsletter sign up or something that's not going to actually impact your revenue, and they're going to optimize for this in the auction, and you're going to wonder why smart bidding doesn't work for you. And so it starts, yes, use smart bidding, but it's also only as effective as the conversion action that you're telling Google is most important to you in the campaign setup. Very, very important. Do not miss that step or automated bidding strategies will not work for you. Before I come at all you guys, this is something I personally had a hard time letting go of as well, because I always wanted to seem like I had control of my ad account, that I was the hero when performance was crushing, and then I would also fall on my sword if it was underperforming. But I started to realize how silly that was. If performance is the KPI in an ad account, it doesn't matter if I'm doing the work or if I'm letting the AI do the work. And personally, I'd rather partner with AI and let them do the heavy lifting so I can spend more time doing other stuff. And so automated bidding strategies actually allows you to do that. And just to show you the impact this actually has, I started working with a client at the very beginning of July, and they were previously not using smart bidding at all for a search campaign that we had set up. And so let me just show you the results and the impact that smart bidding had for us. As you can see, June was the month before they partnered with us. They partnered with us in July. I changed everything over to smart bidding, and look what happened. We spent 35% more budget, but look how many more conversions we got for this campaign. We had 274 in June. They start working with us and we implement smart bidding. And sure, we increased the budget 35%, but that was only because the results were crushing. And so we ended up getting a 90% lift in conversions. And ultimately, we decreased the cost per conversion by almost 29%. So if that's not enough proof and a reason to use automated bidding strategies, I really don't know what's going to get you over that hump. Now, many advertisers are obsessed with their knowledge of customer targeting, and I get it. This is what effectively makes you the expert in your industry, is you know who to target your ads towards. However, there's also a new solution for this too, which brings me to the third AI feature Google Ads has rolled out, which is optimized audience targeting. And to be quite frank, this AI feature is not going to be as heavily leveraged as the first two I mentioned. It's mostly going to be leveraged in PMax, demand gen, YouTube, and display campaigns. And in a nutshell, if you decide to use this, you're giving Google Ads the ability to find your audience for you. Now, this might sound scary, but Google Ads can probably target better than you. And what I mean by this is they have way more data than you, and they so desperately want to do well by you, meaning they want to get you performance in that campaign. So they're going to target the most effective audience because they want to keep you spending on their platform. They want to show you that their platform is superior to all others. And so they're going to do everything in their power to make sure you're successful. They have way more data than me and you have on users. So again, if you are sending them the right signals, meaning your conversion tracking and your campaign goals are set up, and you're submitting a landing page to them, they're going to do this targeting on your behalf for you. And to be honest, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be more effective than anything you could have thought of yourself. So again, I'm going right back to the Google support doc on this optimized targeting. And here's what Google says about it. Optimized targeting looks at information like keywords on your landing page or in your creative assets, then finds audiences that can meet your campaign goals. So to go a bit deeper, here's what Google says about optimized targeting specifically. Optimized targeting expands to users that are likely to convert by creating a profile of what a converter looks like based on real-time conversion data. So again, Google has a ton of data. They know who your customer is. They know where they are. They know who to target based on your campaign goals, based on what you sell on your website, either product or service. They know who to target already. So if you give them a starting point, good, they'll go even beyond that, but you also have the ability to just leave it broad and let them do the targeting for you. So to show you what this looks like in Google Ads, let's hop into an ad account right now and I'll show you where you can find this in your campaign setup. Let's just create a new ad group for the purposes of this video. You'll set your bid and whatever, but the very next thing, optimized targeting is set up for you. Look at that. Didn't even have to do anything. It said optimized targeting helps you get more conversions by using your information such as your landing page and assets. So essentially, based on the display ad in this campaign right now, Google's already doing the optimized targeting for me. Now I have the option where I can manually add targeting here. See? but by default, they're automatically selecting this. And if you go into your campaign settings, you can deselect optimized targeting. And in most cases, if you go to your ad group settings, you can deselect optimized targeting. But again, it's already opting in for this. And so you don't even have to set up anything. But again, if you wanted to add things like keywords and topics and in-market segments for Google Ads to have a starting point on, that's not necessarily a bad idea. I personally do that just to give the algorithm a head start. I trust they can do it for my landing page and just my assets alone, but this will give them a head start. So I always do this, but not 100% needed. So if there's anything you took away from this video, I hope it's that you realize Google AI is here to help you. And at a bare minimum, you should be testing these features in the coming year. And if you want me to help you get your Google Ads campaigns ready for these changes and provide a meaningful strategy that impacts bottom line revenue, book a free audit using my link below. And if you want to stay ahead of the rapid evolution of Google Ads, watch my video right here where I go over how Google Ads will actually work this year so you know what's coming next and how to prepare. And please subscribe to stay up to date with more videos like this.